Hello, welcome back. It's A Quiet Professional here, and today I'm just continuing on with the Operation Crimson Stone series for new and returning players. Okay, so I'm just going to talk briefly about the new armies and sectorials and the miniatures and the profiles that come with the Crimson Stone box set. And then I'll be going over the missions themselves using the narrative content out of the booklet in the Crimson Stone box set. And that'll be it for this video, but I just want to let you know that the following videos I'll be going through each mission separately, and there'll be a tutorial design for new players to follow along and understand how Infinity works overall, and I'll just be using the missions and the information provided out of the booklet. So the first army that is most noticeable for this current box set, for Crimson Stone box set, is Ariadna. Now they've been given a new sectorial to keep up with the narrative content for Infinity, and that sectorial is Cosmoflot. And so it's basically the original design for Ariadna was more of a ground-based, not very technically advanced, but very hardy and rugged people. And now they didn't really have much of a space flight division, whereas now they do, which makes them much more competitive in the game itself and brings them up to speed. So the new miniatures for the sectorial Cosmoflot consists of, these are just the miniatures that come with the model, the box set. Now the new profiles and miniatures specifically designed for the Cosmoflot sectorial are the Rockets, the Volk-like Assault Troopers, and the Zenit 7 detachment. The Paracommanders and SAS are already previous models and profiles, miniatures and profiles. So the Rockets themselves, they're just basic line infantry, pretty much just the standard of everyone else. The only real difference is they have one armor and the skills courage. The Zenit 7 detachment is a very specialist unit. Going across the board there of its stats, they're quite good. It's not a powerful unit, but nor is it a weak unit, and it's obviously designed to be a very hard-hitting unit as well. Now the Volker-like Assault Troopers are the heavy infantry for this sectorial in this box set, obviously, and the stats are quite good, and obviously the skills help encourage this idea of being just a very genetically modified human super soldier that's capable of high movement, very aggressive fighter. Okay, for the Nomads themselves, not much of a change here, just two new unit profiles and miniatures, and just an update for some previous miniatures. Okay, so the Corregidor Alguacils, just a new miniature design, the latest 3 to come out. The Hellcats are existing model miniature, but this is a new model design. Sorry, an existing profile, but a new miniature. Same with the Intruders, existing profile, but new miniature. So the new profiles and miniatures for Nomads is the Sombras Forward Interdiction Team and the Evaders EVA Tactical Group. So the Sombras is the latest medium infantry, and as you can see, it's quite a really good medium infantry. I dare say for my own list building, this will be a very good forward unit to capture objectives in the first turn and to hold the ground and prevent the enemy from getting there. And it's quite survivable with Armor 3, BTS 6, 1 wound, and you've got Camouflage, Mob Desert -3, which makes it very hard to target when shooting. There's immunity to shocks, in other words, it won't die straight away, it will go unconscious before dying, and with no wound incapacitation makes them keep on going as well. And the Climbing Plus gives the miniature and the profile a lot of maneuverability. The Evaders Tactical Group, not as robust as the Mobile Regatta, however, I think this group is more designed to be objective grabbers or button pushers. So every profile is a specialist operative, regardless of the sub profiles that come with it. And I think it's designed to be used within the fire teams as well. If you take it in a sectorial, the Corregidorian Judicial Command sectorial. And it reflects its zero-G aspect, cloning plus very maneuverable, quite difficult to kill. So it's a very good heavy infantry for claiming objectives as well. So from here, I'll commence with the narrative aspect of the mission booklet. I assume you've already read the status report, so I'll get right to the point. We have a code Crimson Stone at the outer edge of the Brisingamen Belt. The asteroid at issue has been found by a nomad corporation called RocketWorks. Our mission is to obtain data on its location and delete everything about it in the files of the local RocketWorks offices, as well as in the logs of the prospector ship that discovered it. It's imperative that we cover our tracks and there's nothing that can point back to Ariadne's intervention. To this end, we'll make it look as if the operation has been run by Mines Corp, a rival Pan-Oceanic mining company. Once we have the location, we will find the asteroid and blow it up. This will allow its fragments to rearrange into different orbits, making it difficult to detect them in case RocketWorks tries to find the rock again. Once this is done, partnered with a guild of independent prospectors, we will exploit each fragment and sell the ore in Consilium's industrial market. This will prevent Corregidor from further increasing its influence in the asteroid belt and dumping prices in an attempt to undermine our dominant position in that planet's markets. We are here to make this happen. For this operation, 3 hotspots have been designated. RocketWorks local offices located on the starboard sector of Hlock Station. The RocketWorks prospector ship Pica Piedras, docked at Loading Bay 12B, and Mines Corp offices located in the port side area of Hlock Station. Given the nature of this mission, we have used a mining-related codename for each target to prevent any potential hacking of our communications from compromising the operation. Drill is our first objective, and it involves planting some incriminating evidence in Mines Corp offices. We don't need to break in. A small rocket team will just leave it in their waste containers. It's unsophisticated and simple, so nobody will be expecting it. Jackleg involves breaking into RocketWorks offices and planting some evidence that points to Mines Corp as a perpetrator of the raid. We should expect them to have tightened their security, as the station authorities have asked the Nomad Nation to support their small police force. This means there are a good number of Corregidorian troops stationed at Hlock at the moment. This is why the strike team will include a Volkolak for extra muscle. Augur designates the theft and deletion of the Crimson Stone coordinates from the database in RocketWorks office. It also involves securing the facilities so as to cover our tracks. Evidently, this is our most important objective. For this, the team will be reinforced by a Zenit to ensure that no one leaves the building alive. We have chosen the term fuse to name the assault on the Pica Piedras at the locating docks. This is yet another major objective, as the ship also holds the Crimson Stone coordinates, so it is crucial as Augur. An SAS will join the strike team to serve as a forward operative. Finally, Detonator entails securing the loading docks and creating enough confusion to cover our escape. Overriding the traffic control servers will keep other ships from immediately pursuing us, and it will give us the time we need to disappear into the asteroid belt. This action requires operating in the dock's outer area, so we will be supported by a paracommando who will be in charge of overriding the service sensors. Ship and freight traffic is Hlock Station's main activity, which is why this area of the docks is heavily guarded. We know they have hired freelance security staff as extra reinforcements, and an extremely hostile response is to be expected, so you should be extremely cautious. As you can see, the operational conditions are relatively straightforward. The main difficulty lies in the number of Nomad troops stationed in Hlock and how quickly they respond. I won't make the mistake of being overconfident and tell you that it's going to be a get-in, get-out mission, especially in a station named after a Valkyrie. Be careful. We don't want Hollock to live up to its name and claim any of your lives.